Surprised?
Yeah, very much surprised. We really felt, that she was getting this thing headed in the right direction, and sometimes that's odd when you look at her record. But some of the circumstances, and I think you're familiar with those that were around this program, and reasons why kids weren't able to play. We felt like she was doing things the right way, doing things the way we we talked to her about when we were recruiting her, and unfortunately, because of her record, I think it was going to become very, very difficult for her to recruit. And ultimately, I think that may have outlined our next couple of years here.
Well, aside from injuries, why do you think it didn't work out and it was the way it was?
Going back to really her first year, we really felt like we were handing her a program that wasn't going to contend for a championship, but had a good group of seniors. And I think, I don't know exactly, but there were 2 or 3 kids there that I don't know ever suited up for us that year, and so that was a little bit of a struggle. And she came into this year with really 15 girls, when we started school on scholarship, and I think at some points we were down to 6 or 7 for varying reasons. And and obviously those don't equate to great records, and I think ultimately that is really going to affect her ability to run the program.
What did she say to you when she came in and made the announcement to you?
Well, let's be quite honest. This is very, very unselfish on her behalf. I mean, there's 2 more years left on her contract, and we're ready to fully support those years. And the challenge I think that she was trying to overcome in her mind was her ability to be able to recruit. There's a lot of negative recruiting out there, and contacts want to send their kids to places that they know they're going to be successful, and know that coach is going to be around for a while. And I think that was her challenges she was trying to get over.
Ron, she had a 4-year contract then?
Yes.
Was there a compensation for her at all with the 2 remaining? Has that been worked out, or is that not being worked out, or is she resigned and that's it?
And she's resigning.
Is there compensation?
No.
Right. She was always characterized herself as being the eternal optimist.
Right.
Why do you think the sudden turn, other than feeling like she couldn't? Well, I mean, if she suddenly felt like she couldn't do what the program needed to be done, why the sudden turn?
I think she did a great job in public and with the media and selling our program, and was always very positive. And I think the reality of a basketball season, it's a long year, and I think all that really wore on her. She's a very competitive person. She's very optimistic, but probably even more competitive. And I think, that really affected her. And I think she bought into, this institution and this community, and felt like this move was in her best interest, and more importantly, our best interest.
Where do you go from here to the timetable for hiring a new coach?
I really don't. This obviously came as a surprise, and we've been through searches before, and we've already got word out, and so we've contacted our friends in the basketball community, and a lot of people are still coaching, whether that's at the Division II or Division I ranks. So we're gonna get the word out. I think it's important for us to go out and sell our program and what we have to offer, and try to attract quality candidates.
Are you concerned that with the record it'll be difficult to recruit a coach?
Well, obviously I think that's a challenge that we're going to face. The better the program, sometimes the better the candidates you're going to get. And I think, but that's my responsibility to go out and really tell the story of this program, where it's been historically, and what we've done as far as facilities, whether that's their locker room or their offices, or that auxiliary weight room and a new court and all the other things that we've done, and resource-wise, budget-wise, salary-wise, I need to go out and tell that story.
Ron, did she just come in today, or how did this transpire? Or did you meet with her as you usually do?
We had a discussion with her at the end of last week, and really wanted, sometimes you can make a rash decision right at the end of the season, and wanted her to have some time to talk about it, think about it, sleep on it, and obviously wanted to give her an opportunity first to talk to her student athletes and her assistant coaches before we released it.
Do you feel pressure on this hire? I mean, I hope this doesn't come across wrong, but some of your basketball coaches' hires have not worked out very well.
Well, you know, I think you feel pressure on all of them because, you know, as a graduate here and as someone that's, you know, lived in this community all their life, you know, I feel like this athletics program is very important. And, you know, so every hire, whether it's an equipment manager or the head women's basketball coach or the head football coach, I'm going to take very seriously and, you know, do the very best job we can.
What have you told potential recruits that she signed, or haven't you contacted them yet?
We will be in contact with them probably today if we haven't already done so. I won't probably do that personally. Obviously, we're going to have a discussion with them, let them know that, you know, we're going to try to find a head basketball coach as quick as we can, and then if, you know, then we'll have discussions at, you know, from that point.
Any feedback from those already in, the returning players?
Not really. I think you know, they just found out this morning, and I haven't had a chance to talk to them personally. So, you know, usually give them some time to let it all sink in, and you know, kind of go from there.
Ron, where is this program? I mean, I know the record kind of speaks for itself, but where is this program? How are you going to sell to get a quality candidate in here?
You know, I think the things that we do have to sell for this program is we've got quality facilities. We've got more than a competitive budget to offer. I think we're in a league that we can be competitive. For those that have, you know, watched our games, even with the lack of numbers, you know, this year, you know, the halftime scores and stuff. I mean, we're right in a lot of those games. So I don't think as candidates look at this program, you know, in this conference, I think the road from the bottom to the top isn't as long as maybe some other conferences. And you're also dealing with, you know, a recruiting area that I think you can draw from in the Ohio Western PA area.
And you will look for someone with D1, D2 head coaching experience?
You know, obviously there's kind of sometimes two routes to go here. You can go hire a Division I assistant that's been part of a you know, a major program, and you can go out and hire a Division II head coach. And you know, we'll look at both of those routes and try to decide which one's the best fit. You know, sometimes there's good coaches out there, but you got to make sure that they're a right fit for this community and this campus, and that they can sell, you know, this program.
As far as the assistants?
You know, they'll have an opportunity to speak to the new head coach and you know, and have an opportunity to stay with us if that new head coach so chooses.
So they're still on board, still working the recruiting trail, still trying to keep.
And we'll sit and I'll probably have a discussion with them sometime tomorrow and talk about, you know, the scholarships that are left and you know, what our time frame will be. This is a little bit of a quiet period for them. So you know, I think Coach Martin, when we first brought her in, you know, was able to still recruit 2 or 3 players in the summer.